I'll be sharing the game changer use case of NotebookLm that we found very powerful for our businesses and for our clients to create presentations, pitch deck, and video sales letter for any business in any niche. And I'll be showing you exactly step by step of how you can do it for absolutely free of cost. Okay, so you need a Gmail account, you need NotebookLm, right? But there's a thing, right? So let's say when we create a new NotebookLm, it asks us to, add sources, right? Add YouTube videos, files, and, all the other things like that. And this is where majority of the people get it wrong. What they do is they put some information about their business and all that, which is okay. But you're not guiding the AI based on the proven formulas for creating pitch decks and presentations. So I was like, okay, what if I use my expertise and experience and the data that I have running advertisements, doing marketing, and having all these winners? What if I bake it together into an agent and I give it to you absolutely free? You drop in your website, it gives you the content, you put it here, and you create the presentation. How cool is that? That's what I created, and I named it 9-Figure Buddy. Okay, so you come here, it's absolutely free. Click on the link in the description for school community. I shared every single thing, how to get in, how to get access, this no cost. Okay, so all right, so let me show you how it works. Okay, so you would come to this agent. We'll be having more agents coming for all sorts of different marketing use cases, but you would click on presentation content creator, right? Click on use agent, put in your website details. Let's say I'm going to do this for my website, right? And then you can put niche, target audience, unique method, whatever it is, whatever you want, right? Like whatever you want, these are options. If you don't want it, just skip it. Just click on start chat. And then just click on, you would come to this chat kind of interface, which looks like, Chat GPT and stuff like that. And then just say, create now. And then you know what this is going to do? It's going to give you the Power Pack prompt, right? With all the necessary details about your business and entire content for your presentation and video sales letter and or your pitch deck or whatever it is. So all you got to do is copy this, paste it, and in the NotebookLm, it will create it based on the slide. So you're not just creating those generic AI slop slides. This is one of the biggest question I get, like, how do you create these beautiful slides? How do you create this info packed slide? That's how you do it. Boom, there you go, right? It got all the information about thing. It like, the framework that I use, it's here, right? Unique mechanism, internal pain framing, problem agitation, the mechanism, the unique mechanism, and so many things, right? Like literally part 1, part 2, part 3. So you can literally talk about every single thing. And then all you gotta do is one-click copy, okay? Going to the story, the professional trap, and then blah, blah, blah. And then all you gotta do is just basically, you could just click on it, right? And then just copy it. And then go to NotebookLm, click on copy text, paste it here, click on insert, and then it's going to automatically, that's the power of Gemini, right? It's going to automatically understand the solo flow framework, right? Artificial intelligence, lead engine, blah, blah, blah. And then click on this thing called slide deck. Okay, there is this edit function as well. You can detail presentation slide, length, default, blah, 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 right? You can give it the how you want the deck to be, like specifically when you want, you want it in a playful style, or if you want to kind of command what should be the design style for this and what should be the language of that. But for now, it's good enough. Just click on slide deck, and then boom, that's there you go. I want to show you something what I did, right, for one of the member. Let me show you, right? Look at this, so amazing. Okay, check this out. Like this is, I think, for a different product. I think this one was, oh yeah, this one was for one of my video, and I want to explain that, right? Boom, look at that, right? It went to that, and the idea is it does not look like a AI creator, right? It looks like someone had spent time, did all the research, and then created, right? I want to show you this for one of our amazing member, right? We created it for her, she's into coaching and consulting, right? Boom, look at that, it's stuck. Boom, 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 boom. The graphics, the flow charts, and the beauty here, guys, is, it's just not that it looks good, right? That's the number one thing that people don't understand, right? It needs to convert. It needs to excite. It needs to convey the problem that you're trying to solve and the solution you're providing as a business owner, as a coach, as a consultant, or as as just a like a freelancer, and or as a founder, convey the concept in a very powerful way. That's what it does. That's why we did all this, right? That's why I baked in the expertise that I have, right? And then just put it in the marketplace, and you come here, right? Presentation content creator, and as the time goes in, I'll be showing more. I'll be giving you more and more marketing related, right? Because that's what my bread and butter is, right? Specifically when it comes, this is specifically for presentations, pitch decks, and video sales letter, right? You could literally take this, record yourself, and convey your messaging in a so powerful way that you could not even think about, right? In a so persuasive way that, you don't have to do selling, but it still sells. You don't have to be salesy, but it still talks about, right? I'll show you. Once my slide deck is done, I'll show you, right? This is game changer. And the number one mistake, right, people make, and that's what I kind of, had this idea one day, like, what if I bake that together and give you the sauce, right, that actually facilitates, that is the cause of creating powerful presentations. Because powerful presentations is only 10% of how it looks, how it feels, how professional it looks, but 90% is your content, is your topic, is what you're conveying. Is it powerful enough? Is it persuasive enough? Is it talking about your problem? Is it talking about the solution in a way that you can't even explain, right? You can't even think about, and in a way that persuades your end user, whether they are the investor, whether they're your potential client, lead, prospect, whoever it is. Is it doing the job? And that's what it does. It basically combines the power of NotebookLm for its ability to create beautiful presentation on automation, right? And it's better than I try like Gamma, GenSpark, and all these other tools. The problem is their presentations, first of all, look so AI-ish, like anyone could tell, like, this is AI creator, right? Those same colors, the same fonts, the same thing. And again, the content is still poor, right? Instead here, you're leveraging the power of NotebookLm for absolutely free. And then you're leveraging my marketing experience and expertise of conveying persuasion, psychology, right? And stuff like that. And then you're combining that and it's creating like a powerful thing, right? That is what it is, right? So let's see, right? Generally it takes like anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes, right, to create it, but that's the power, right? Now another thing, which is very, very interesting, and not a lot of people focus on this, you could create a standalone infographics as well, right? That's also one of the things that you could do just for, a vertical infographic. For those of you, if it is valuable, mind maps. This is very interesting, right? If you wanted to, let's say, even if I create a mind map, right? If you wanted to connect the dots, explain it in a much better way, you could create a mind map with like, boom, there you go, right? For example, if I were to show you, okay, what do you need? This is your trap. You're the solo, you're manually, for this is a persuasion base, right? It's just to talk about what people are facing, specifically solo founders and agency owners and stuff like that, right? It kind of converted that and it kind of did it in a way. But imagine if you were teaching something, right? If you're talking about something, how powerful these mind maps are to kind of put you in a one line, like in a straightforward, instead of going here and there, and it kind of helps you go through that step-by-step explained approach for explaining something, right? So just trying to show something, if this is if this is powerful or if this is helpful for you guys. Another thing that I want to talk about here, which is you have quizzes, which is not so important. Videos, okay? Videos and audios, right? It's very, very powerful, right? In the next video, I'll be talking about how you could take this video and actually have this video use, or basically you got the video, right? Talking about your service or like talking about your content, right? Now, the video does not have your audio, right? Like it has like AI generated speakers, which is good for some people, right? If you wanted to just put it on YouTube and not so, particular about who is speaking. But if you're so particular about that, you want yourself speaking that content, but without recording it, I cracked the system. Subscribe. So then in the next video, when I drop it, you could literally take this video, put your voice, and this video will be in your voice with that content without you ever having to record that. How many of you want it? Let me know in the comment section so that I'll launch that video ASAP, right? So we talked about slide decks, we talked about mind maps, we talked about infographics, and then let's see, right? So slide deck, I mean, guys, this is game. Like, I've been just creating slide decks after slide decks. Let me just show you, right? Like, yeah, economic gravity, right? I just did this for one of my another content pieces. So check this out. Boom. I've probably seen this. I don't know, right? Look at that, right? Exactly talking about the pain point. Beautiful diagrams with the perfect content for you to explain without you having to, like, you cannot create a presentation as powerful. This is in a fully automated way and absolutely free, right? Look at that. How amazing this is, right? Every piece of content, every piece of marketing, like graphic is done in a very, very, very powerful and, like persuasive way, right? Persuasive and beautiful is the deadly combination, right? So I was just like, I mean, when I saw this, I was like, this is game changer. I gotta tell it to you guys. I gotta tell it, right? So I think there was this another thing I did, right? Let me show you. Was this the one? Yeah, this is the one, another one. Let me show you. I was just like going nuts with this, right? The wall strategy. This is for another marketing piece. I was, supply, demand, friction. I was explaining this for one of the concept, right? Boom. Like, imagine you have this as a guide. You will never get stuck in your presentations, or you will never be like, oh, what do I talk about? What should I talk? This gives you that framework to go and to kind of, convey your product, your service in the most powerful way that you could ever create, right? An absolutely free automated way, right? That's the thing that is so powerful about this, right? Let's see how far our presentation go, because again, right, NotebookLm means NotebookLm, so you don't have to rush it. Let it give it time, right? I wanna make this video. I'll pause this video, right? And I'll tell you exactly how much time it takes, and I'll show you the output of this video, and you'll be blown away by that, right? So what you could do is, like, generally how I do this, guys, is, let's say I'm also like most of you guys, right? I have a little bit less patience, right? So what generally I do is I just create the content, put it on creation, and just sleep. Go out, have fun, do other things, focus on other things, and come back later, and your slide deck will be ready. Your presentation will be ready. That is the power, right? So I'm gonna pause this video and let's see how much time it takes, and then we come from there, right? So I'll pause it and I'll continue then later. All right, so it just took like 10 minutes, I think. Yeah, less than 10 minutes, right? So check this out. Ah, wow, look at that. Boom. All right, so the solo flow framework, building a 1% AI empire, how to replace manual labor with digital leverage and reclaim 20 hours a week, and for solo founders. And you see, automatically took the information from my website, from the 9-figure buddy, right, where we put my website, remember the first step, and it took everything, and then boom, success often high paying. Here's a reality. Here's a trap. You're trading, scaling with humans, scaling with this, scaling with systems. You're burnout service provider. You're present. You're focused. Your intelligent lead system. Your content compounder. Your manual outreach. Your lead gen operation. This is for my content, right? Trying to cook a 5-course meal for 5 different people, and the infinite power source, and then like every single thing. How beautiful it did, right? Putting a Ferrari engine into a bicycle, it frames it. 90% of people who try AI fail after 30 days. They build tools, but they neglect the foundations, right? It is so amazing for me to persuade or to talk about my product in a very persuasive, powerful way. There's no better strategy workflow than this right now that exists, right? So boom, it talks about our product and stuff like that. And then another thing is, it kind of did all the pricing and everything, is because I didn't provide any pricing, so just took the example pricing, right? But if you provide the pricing, where I'm talking about is, I'm talking about in the 9-figure buddy. Again, join the school community. It's absolutely free. I will be sharing how to kind of, get access for this in there, right? So anyways, let me show you this, right? So you would go to use agent, and then you would put your business, right? So you will go to 9-Figure Buddy. How do you get access to it? What are the step-by-steps? Everything is shared in the school community, okay? So make sure you join it, absolutely free. Come to Marketplace. Again, use agent, talk about your business, talk about your website. And these are optional, but if you want to really hone in into this, you could put your origin story, your client success, what's included in your offer, your pricing, your program name, and stuff like that. This is a game changer, guys. Okay. So I hope you loved it. If you loved it, make sure you like and subscribe if you don't want to miss out on the golden nuggets exactly like this. Talk to you soon. Love you all. Bye.